Tonight, as the Metropolitan Police send in the dogs.
Get out of the car, keep your hands up in the air.
It's time for a clean-up. At home.
This is a drug stop. Do you have any drugs on you at all?
And on the streets.
Calm down, relax. Bunch of
The temperature's rising. As father and son take on the drug dealers.
I don't think I've ever seen so many cannabis plants in one premises.
And men with knives.
Any sudden movements or this dog will be released, do you understand?
As one dog's career comes to an end, another gets underway.
Good boy!
"6 a.m., northwest London. A major drugs operation is underway. Undercover cops are about to raid a house that they believe is being used as a cannabis factory.
I've got sight of them, they're now front of Thorn Bridge.
Drug dealers don't usually hang around when the police come to call, so the dog squad are along to make sure they do.
I think it's more anticipation, really, and a little bit of nerves. Should they run, everyone will look at the dog handler to do his bit, and then you look down at the dog to do his bit.
The dog doing his bit today is 4-year-old German Shepherd Floyd. His handler, PC Kevin Tozer, is 28 years old and one of the youngest members of London's dog unit. Floyd is his first police dog.
He's very strong-willed. He knows what he wants to do. He tries to do everything at 100 miles an hour. I wouldn't swap that dog for the world.
Floyd and Tozer won't be on their own this morning. The risk assessment is such that another dog team's being sent as well.
They've asked for the 2 GP dogs to attend, as they think the people inside are going to try and make off. So we're going down and put a containment in.
Containment means stopping anyone from escaping. And the team helping them do that is the van in front. PC Tozer knows them well. Charlie is a German Shepherd. His handler is a dog squad legend, PC John Tozer, Kevin's dad.
Square on the MDT. Father and son working together on this one, which is quite unusual.
A 59-year-old bloke is still out there running after people, going over fences and making a real effort. Take me out off to him.
PC John Tozer isn't quite 59. He had his 58th birthday 8 months ago. But he is the oldest member of the dog squad and one of the longest-serving police dog handlers in Britain, with 24 years service under his belt. Charlie is his 5th dog and also a veteran. He's almost 8 years old, just 3 months from retirement. His handler can do another 7 years before he has to hang up his lead.
Charlie would go on easily for another year, if not longer. He's basically like a puppy. He's just got so much energy. He is actually the best-looking dog in the Met as well. Rings when you arrive.
As the senior officer by age, if not rank, PC John Tozer will be running things this morning.
He's got so much experience in the dog section. I get out and do a job, and he looked for his feed. You know, I was looking for his feedback straight away.
You're not father and son when you're working together. You're 2 dog handlers working together, you know. He doesn't call me Dad, he probably calls me John.
It won't be the Tozer family who'll be knocking down the door of the suspected cannabis factory. That's a job for the heavy mob. The Tozers and their dogs will be round the back, waiting for anyone who might come their way. London's police dog headquarters is at Keston, on the edge of South London. It's their training base and a canine hotel, where many dogs stay when their handlers go on holiday. PC John Lane has been skiing. His Springer Spaniel Woody has been here for 2 weeks.
Woody's in 15 in the pool block.
In the pool. Lovely, thank you.
Okay,
Cheers.
thank you very much.
No problem.
Woody is a 6-year-old specialist search dog with an unusual pigmentation on his nose. That doesn't stop him being one of the finest detectors of drugs and firearms in the force. He's named after the character of the same name in the film Toy Story.
Come here, my man. Oh, hello, Woody.
First few times you leave him, it tugs at the heartstrings. Their faces are so excited to see you. It's like your kids when they're opening their birthday presents. They're really excited. It is nice to see them. It's nice to get them back.
Yeah, good lad.
When he's been left alone like this, Woody expects a treat.
You are one dirty dog.
Me and Woody are partners. I spend probably more time with him than I do with my family. We have a close bond. I love him to pieces, and he I think deep down he loves me, although he doesn't show it all the time. But we have a good bond. We really do.
There you go. What's that?
Woody's no pampered pooch. He's a working dog, and he's now back on duty. In northwest London, the raid on the cannabis factory is in full swing.
Something's happened.
And the drug squad are inside. No one was at home.
Right, they're in. There's a queue, so we'll make our run the front and see what's happening.
Inside the house, as Tozer Sr. is now able to experience, the temperature's rising. It's hot because heaters are being used to grow cannabis plants. The people who've set up this factory aren't only breaking the drugs laws, they're also stealing electricity to run their heating system.
Now you can see where they've sort of stolen electric out of the electric meters. Cables are running through.
This is no run-of-the-mill cannabis factory. Cables are everywhere, and so are the illegal plants. And it's not only downstairs that's being used. Whoever's running the place doesn't sleep here. The upstairs bedrooms are full of cannabis as well.
This is the front bedroom. But as you can see, it doesn't look like they're living here because they normally keep one room aside where they can sleep down or cook or something for themselves. I don't think I've ever seen so many cannabis plants in one premises. See the plants in the early stages of being grown in the cupboard there. Quite a little business going on here.
The little business has 400 cannabis plants in cultivation, worth at least £50,000.
Who knows how much stuff they've shifted already. They've got to be links to organised crime of some description just to market it.
The plants will be uprooted by the drug squad and burned. But the work of the dog squad is far from over. Coming up, Woody the Spaniel upsets a commuter.
Don't pull me about, man.
And Floyd and Kevin Tozer face a man with a knife.
Damn, mate. I will release the dog.
At a train station in East London, the police are cracking down on drugs again. This time, they're after commuters rather than big-time dealers.
I need to stop.
Leading the operation is Woody and his handler, PC John Lane, fresh after their 2-week break. They're on the lookout for people who carry and use drugs on public transport.
Thank you. No, we're not doing tickets today. He's clever, but he's not that clever. He can do most things, but checking tickets is not one of them.
A dog's nose has 220 million smelling receptors, 55 times more than we humans have. But in a busy station, there are many distractions, and Woody will have to be at the top of his game today.
It's quite intense for the dog and it's quite intense for the handler. I'm 6'2" and I'm standing above most of these people, but Woody's down here and he's getting bashed by them, so I have to make sure that he's looked after. So this is a drugs dog. Do you have any drugs on you at all? No. Just go with my colleague.
Anyone who Woody is attracted to, or as the police say, indicates on, will be searched.
Have you been in the presence of anyone that smokes drugs?
Yeah, I did, yeah. I smoked just earlier.
Right, okay.
If drugs relating to personal use are found, there will either be arrests or on-the-spot fines. This man will be released without charge. The police only want to catch criminals. Woody doesn't care who's good or who's bad.
And they work for a tennis ball or a toy that we give them. So for them, it's a game. For us, it's quite a serious business. Stop there, mate, please. It's a drug store. Got any drugs on you at all? Just have a word with my colleague.
So this is the search for drugs that dog can deposit. Just do your job, sir. We just finished work, yeah. I've had a hard day.
It's Woody's nose that first pointed the searchers in this commuter's direction. But he's denying he has had anything to do with drugs at all.
Can you not?
Listen, you're just going to make this very difficult for yourself. I've explained why you've been searched. Do you understand?
Let's get some cuffs on and then...
Don't pull me about, mate.
One more swear word and
don't pull me about. I haven't done nothing wrong. Listen to me, yeah? I'm annoyed because I haven't got nothing on me.
The man isn't going to avoid a police search. These teams always back their dogs. But at least the search will take place behind closed doors. Away from the madding crowd has been a long day for the Tozers and their dogs,
Come on, him.
Charlie and Floyd. Dawn raids on cannabis factories take it out of you.
Hey, good boy.
Especially when you're getting close to retirement. Although Charlie has no idea he'll soon have to call it a day as a police dog.
If Charlie had a choice, I'm sure he'd definitely want to stay working. He's physically fit. He's really up for working.
Charlie! Go on, Charlie.
Charlie's still a highly competitive dog and likes to always outdo his younger friend Floyd.
It's too slow, isn't he? Not as quick as the old pensioner. Hey, dogs are competitive because, as you see, when the toys go out, they want to be the first one to it. Ready? Oh.
He's up there.
Surprisingly, Tozer and Son are not rivals at work. For one very good reason.
Put you in shame again.
No rivalry, because I'm clearly better than he is.
No, he knows that I'm the best dog handler, and I always beat Kevin. He will never, ever outdo me. He tries very, very hard.
Oh, yes.
I think probably secretly he's quite happy. I'm not that lazy bone idle 14-year-old that just can't get out of bed anymore.
I'll never tell him, but we're very proud of him, both me and his mum. We're very proud of him, and he's done extremely well. He's, you know, in such a short time, he's got his dog to a very, very high standard.
But it's not all about gags and competition. These downtimes are part and parcel of building a relationship with your dog.
You've got to get a bond with you and the dog, because if you don't, the dog will work for you, but he won't work for you half as well as if he really likes you. He's still arguing that he's the best, but... I am the best.
There's no doubt who's top dog at the train station in East London. But the commuter who Woody indicated might have been in contact with drugs isn't impressed. In fact, he's hopping mad.
You relax and I'll relax, all right?
I am relaxed,
understand?
Relax. I am relaxed.
No drugs have been found on him, so someone else must have left traces on his clothing.
No, don't give me that. Hey, man, you're a bunch of... What? What? Kick your dog in the face. Will you stand for all that?
Threatening Woody is not a good move.
You're going to arrest me. Don't manhandle me. I'm telling you now. You're going to arrest me.
This has become a public order issue. He's now in trouble and under arrest.
Calm down.
Just because a dog indicates on that person doesn't necessarily mean that they have got drugs on them. And that was all explained to this young man, but still he decided that he wanted to take on the police and he wanted to make an exhibition of himself.
Chill out, I'm not chilling out because you my day, that's why.
I can understand he's on his way back from work, he's had a long day, but The dog's indicated on him, and clearly he's going to be searched.
Step up there, there we go. Lovely, yeah. Lovely step.
Who'd think a Spaniel could cause so much problems?
Nightfall brings a whole new set of problems for London's dog squad. In northwest London, CCTV has picked up a big street fight near Wembley. It's a well-known trouble spot, and rival gangs are involved. Police are already trying to break it up, but they're not going to be able to get all the offenders. At least one of them is on the run and rapidly moving out of sight of the cameras. It's time to send the dogs in. The nearest member of the dog squad is German Shepherd Brody and Sergeant Pete Madden.
Officers at Wembley were called to a large fight, and as they've arrived, a number of ewes have run off. So we're going to go and see if we can flush them out.
Flushing them out will be Brody's job. She's 3 years old and comes from a family of police dogs. Her father, brother and sister also work for the Met. She's been with handler Sergeant Pete Madden all her life. He wouldn't have it any other way.
Part of my job is to look after her, and part of her job is to look after me. We keep a close eye out for each other.
The street fight has left car windows smashed and shop owners shocked. This is criminal damage on a large scale. Police already have 3 runaways in their van, but one is still missing. He was last seen running down an alleyway. Brody should be able to pick up his scent, provided fellow officers don't contaminate the trail.
Oh, we've got the officers down there. Go on, find him. Find him. Where is he?
The search is leading them deeper into a maze of back alleys. Brody and Sergeant Madden are on their own, in the dark.
As soon as I let Brody go, I knew that someone had been down there recently, and the officers had told me it wasn't them. So I knew that she had the scent of someone straight away.
But Madden has no idea whose scent or what they might be carrying.
Anywhere I go, someone could pull a knife on me, Brody. You've got to be conscious that you can't see what's coming ahead, but that's the advantage of having Brody. Find him. Where is he?
Another officer hoping his dog will be an advantage is PC Kevin Tozer. He and Floyd are on their way to what the police call a domestic, a dangerous one.
We're going to a call where a male is threatening a female with a large knife and threatening to harm himself as well.
It's not usual for members of the dog squad to go in alone, but no specialist officers are nearby, and this emergency can't wait.
When we pulled up, I thought there was something about it that didn't seem right.
The something that's not right is noise, or lack of it. Domestics are almost always about people shouting or fighting.
The house was quiet, it was dark, it was very strange.
Floyd will have to stay in the van. PC Tozer can't risk spooking anyone inside the house until he knows what's what.
Whereabouts is he?
The woman is the female, who it's alleged was threatened with a kitchen knife. The male is her son.
Mum answers the door, she looks absolutely petrified. And as I start to talk to her, I look up and I can see that her son sat on the stairs and he's still got the knife.
Hello, me old mate. You gonna put the knife down for us, mate? No? Is that a no? X-ray tell. 00, active. Got a male at the front door armed with a knife, about 10 inches. More units, please.
There's 25 roadways.
PC Tozer doesn't know how long it will take for more units to reach him. He needs help now, and that means considering putting his dog between him and the man with the knife.
Mum, you just go back in, close door, please. Pushing up. You just managed to put the knife down, mate.
In northwest London, Brodie and Sergeant Madden are also still on their own, searching for the man who fled the street fight.
Go back. Good girl.
10 drinks and chocolate bars. None of which
Brodie is onto something.
Brodie's ahead of me. She's going to let me know if there's someone there. Good girl, speak to him. I know that there's a suspect there before I can ever see him. Let me see your hands now! Show me your hands! Stay where you are! The dogs are taught to bark when they find someone. Brodie tends to make sure that he complies and he does what he's told. Show me your hands! Keep that front. If you make any sudden movements, my dog will bite you. Do you understand me? Yeah. Right, lovely. The officers that we work with and support, they love it when the dog finds someone. Almost as chuffed as we are as handlers, generally. Good girl.
Across town, at the domestic, PC Tozer is still trying to persuade the man with the kitchen knife to put it down and give himself up.
He's actually stabbed a knife through the wall. He's tried stabbing through the doors. He's actually tried stabbing her. He's run a knife across his neck.
What's your name, mate? You just put the knife down, mate.
PC Tozer now knows he can't wait for specialist officers to arrive. It's time to bring Floyd into the mix.
I will release the dog.
If it was a choice of him getting hurt or another PC getting hurt, then he's got a job to do.
I will release the dog. Just put it down on the stairs. Lovely job. Come out there, show me your hands, please. I will release the dog.
He threw the knife down, having the dog there, snarling and spitting. They know what's going to come if they don't comply.
Walk towards me, please, mate. Walk towards me, show me your hands. Keep your hands out, get out here. On your knees now. On your knees!
Once he'd come out of the house and he'd thrown a knife down, it was, we had the upper hand. We've won, in effect.
Tozer and Floyd's success is witnessed by the expert backup he called for. Not needed for once.
Do not make any sudden movements or this dog will be released. Do you understand? There's a knife just inside the door, mate. Mum's in there, mate.
This domestic has ended peacefully. The man who threatened his mother will get a police caution. But PC Tozer's glad he had Floyd for company.
I'd be lying to you if I said that I didn't feel nervous sometimes when we go into things, but knowing that he's there on the left side, ready to go, it's just a very, very calming influence, really.
That calming influence will still be needed as life for the Tozers gets a whole lot tougher when they go after intruders.
I want to see your hands, mate.
And dangerous drivers.
Wait, get out of the car now!
It's 10 p.m. Charlie, the veteran German Shepherd, is in a hurry, on the way to a job. At the wheel is PC John Tozer, the longest-serving member of London's dog squad. A man has called the police from his mobile saying he's being held captive in an off-licence in North London by men who are armed and dangerous.
Apparently, the informant has been locked in the back room in the off-licence. And he can see two males in the shop with some sorts of weapons. He's mentioned a baseball bat.
Charlie and PC Tozer are the Met's most experienced team, but not for much longer. Charlie will be retiring in 3 months' time. PC Tozer has got a while longer, 7 years.
I've been in the dog section since 1985, and it still gives me a buzz now. It's a fabulous job, probably the best job you can have in the police service. Charlie is trained to disarm people, but obviously we want to assess what the weapons are really before we sort of send him blindly into trying to disarm people. Turn the noise off just in case they hear us coming.
Tozer and Charlie are first on the scene.
Are they still in the shop? Come and talk to me.
A man is claiming to be the owner of the off-licence.
What have they got on them?
Somebody left a laptop, yeah?
Yeah.
Then he's run away. Yeah. Somebody come and
The man is telling a different story to the one reported.
The calls come out to weapons. Have they got weapons on them?
No.
Couldn't get a lot of sense out of the shop owner, and it was talk of weapons, and the first thing that comes into your mind is an armed robbery when that sort of thing is going down. Have you locked him in the shop, have you?
The owner says he's locked the man with the mobile in the back of his store. PC Tozer is now faced with a dilemma: send for armed officers and wait, or go in now with Charlie and sort it out. In central London, another dog team has been told to sort things out. Brodie and Sergeant Pete Madden are on their second call of the night. This time, it's a car chase.
Come on, cabby.
A man and a woman are thought to be in a stolen car trying to get away from traffic cops. They haven't got far, but the man might have got away on foot.
The car's now crashed. Well, not very far away.
Brodie is Sergeant Madden's second police dog. Her real pedigree name is Minstrel Honey. Madden, who's 6'7", has been a cop for 31 years, 12 of them in the dog squad. Like Brodie, he's an expert tracker.
If we want to have a positive effect, if we want to give Brodie the best chance to find anybody who's left that car, we need to get there quickly before people start disturbing the scents that have been left.
A woman at the crash scene has already been detained.
Car failed stop for the police, crashed up there, crashed into the phone box, and then into this car.
Sergeant Madden needs to find out who was driving the car, and quickly.
See what, yeah? You!
His only witness, a teenager, has other things on her mind. The girl's been drinking. Before he can get Brodie to work, Madden needs to know what he's dealing with, or looking for.
You say there are suspects outstanding for this pursuit?
Yes, there's 2 suspects.
One or two suspects. It makes no difference to Brodie or Sergeant Madden.
What have they got on them?
In North London, Charlie's getting down to it too. PC Tozer has decided he needs to see for himself what's going on inside the store, even though there might be weapons involved. Putting the dog in means PC Tozer is going too, just in case.
Hi, mate. Hey, stop that and show yourself. Show yourself now. Stay back behind. Stay back behind. Here.
No sign of anyone in the shop. They must still be locked up. Charlie has the answer.
He's told me there is someone behind that door.
Is that the police?
It's the police. There's a police dog. Can we see your hands? I want to see your hands, mate, when the door opens, all right? Where's your hands? Is there anyone else in there with you?
This is the man who phoned the police on his mobile. He's not armed.
Come out this way. Charlie contained him. We were joined by the local officers who took control of that person.
Put your hands in front of you.
Cheers, I'll just wait until we see what's going on. Here. Down.
While Charlie watches the outside, Pete Bobbies search inside. They haven't found any weapons, but they have discovered certain things which shouldn't be here.
Got a few tellies, a few hi-fis.
Legal DVDs as well.
So you'll have a few questions to answer from the authorities about that as well.
The whole incident has become a mystery.
So you're telling me that you're aware that the gentleman that runs this shop is harbours stolen goods, basically.
The man PC Tozer found locked up claims he is innocent of all charges. He came here to accuse the storekeeper of having stolen property.
We're going to take these just in case we can match them up to any previous crimes.
I've just tried to get something back from someone. I haven't handled.
I'm arresting you handling stolen goods.
So you're under arrest on suspicion of handling stolen goods because those goods were found on your...
The conflicting stories and allegations mean both men must be taken in so detectives back at the station can get to the truth.
Very good result for Charlie. As you see, he went in first. We believe there were weapons there. Now the investigating officers will take over and find out exactly what is going on.
In central London, Brodie and Sergeant Madden are still looking for a result. The officers who chased the suspected stolen car have apprehended a man nearby. But he says he's not the driver, knows nothing, and is an innocent passerby. His clothing doesn't match the description of the man who fled the crashed car.
They'd stopped the person they thought was the driver, but he'd changed his appearance.
It's another mystery. The driver of the chased car was wearing a short black jacket.
Go on, bro.
This man is wearing a grey sweatshirt. The traffic cops believe he dumped the jacket as he ran away. A team of officers have failed to find it.
Yeah.
Unless Brodie can change that, they'll have to let the man go.
Yeah.
So there's, in some ways, they reappear from behind this round bush or maybe the bin.
For Brodie and Sergeant Madden, this is not going to be easy. The detained man was found in a housing estate. It covers a large area and is a rabbit warren of alleyways and cul-de-sacs. They're looking for a black jacket in the dark.
Anyone ever seen
Where?
It's not only Brodie who needs to work hard. Sergeant Madden's also a key player in this one.
You need to systematically have a look at it, divide it up, and make sure that I work Brodie through the estate and that and we cover all the different parts of it. If I don't put her in an area to search it and she doesn't find something, that's my fault, not hers.
In West London, another German Shepherd, Floyd, is also having to rely on his handler to find his next job.
X-ray 12, X-ray 0.
X-ray 0, go ahead.
X-ray 0 is the call sign of PC Kevin Tozer. He and Floyd are after a speeding vehicle, and it's been reported that the driver had a knife when he jumped into the car.
Possession of 9-inch combat knife.
There's a motor being involved in threatening to kill someone.
There's no proof that the man has a knife, but PC Tozer and his fellow officers cannot take chances. Floyd is one of the Met's specially bred police dogs. His father, brothers and sisters are all in London's dog squad. Dangerous situations are second nature to him. Even though PC Tozer is aware that other police units are behind the speeding car, he knows Floyd can make all the difference if the man is armed.
The first thing you think of is you've got to get there to back your colleague up because you've got the dog, they've got spray, but a dog is a lot more effective.
The driver is slowing down. Tozer needs to get Floyd as close as possible to the car, so he's there when it eventually stops. Even though the man is pulled over, he's not getting out of his car.
You are thinking that he has got a knife and he could stab the dog if you let the dog go.
Get out of the car now! Keep your hands out, mate! Keep your hands out, I'm going to let the dog go.
Someone with a knife, if he was going to go towards a police officer, come towards me, then I'd have no hesitation of letting the dog go.
Get out the car! Get out the car! Keep your hands up in the air!
Floyd's not having his usual effect. The man appears confused and slow to react.
Walk towards me. It's not difficult. Get on your knees. On your knees. Get on your knees. Mate, do what I'm saying or the dog's going to go.
It's just starting to dawn on everyone why the man looks disorientated. English doesn't seem to be his first language.
It turns out there was actually a language barrier there.
Whereabouts are you born? What's your full name?
It doesn't matter what language you speak. If you see a policeman there with a big German Shepherd, you're not going to go and approach him.
The man is now doing what he's told, but the police need to make sure he isn't armed.
If he decided to get out and run, you got the dog. If he decided that he was going to get out with a knife and charge at one of the PCs, the dog's there as well. It might sound cold, but he's a bit of equipment at the end of the day. And he's there to do a job. I love him a bit, so.
There's no sign of a knife. The eyewitness reports may have been wrong. But the man will be questioned and charged with assaulting another man earlier in the evening. The translator is already on the way, in case he doesn't understand. Brodie doesn't need a translator. She's got Sergeant Madden. But she does need to find a black jacket which police believe a suspected car thief disposed of in an attempt to alter his appearance. She and Madden have been looking for 20 minutes.
The pressure was starting to build a little bit on that one. I remember as we were sort of halfway through the estate thinking, could do with finding this coat. Good girl. Hey, where? Hey.
Brodie's found something, but is it what they've been looking for?
Good girl. Here's your jacket, gents. We found the jacket now. He matches the description in every other way. That ties him to the jacket, him to the car. Lovely. Thank you very much.
It will now be up to the forensic lab to prove a link. For Brodie and Madden, it's a job well done and the right result.
Lovely. Old Bill 2, villains nothing. Now, hold on. Wait for me.
But there'll be no waiting for this dog squad. Coming up, teaching a dog new tricks. And Downing Street's hot shoe show.
There were a few people who were throwing shoes as hard as they could, and I'm sure would have liked to hit officers.
Central London. More than 10,000 people are gathering to march against the Israeli invasion of the Gaza Strip. There is a possibility that extremist groups have infiltrated the protest to provoke violence. 3,000 riot police are on standby. The march will pass Downing Street, home of the Prime Minister. It needs guarding, and this is where the dog squad comes in. Sergeant Pete Madden is in charge. He's got 6 German Shepherds and their handlers under his command. Normally, he'd also have his best friend with him, German Shepherd Brodie. Today, she's got the day off because he wouldn't be able to cope.
It's too much for a sergeant to control 6 officers, their dogs, and also work their own dog.
Sergeant Madden has been fully briefed.
They've been invited on the internet to bring shoes to show a protest similar to the journalist who threw his shoe at President Bush. The view is if they throw shoes, it's not an attack on police. They're shoes that happen to flow through the air.
Some protesters may throw more than shoes, so Madden and his team are well prepared.
These are flame-proof overalls. There have been instances where fireworks have been fired at police officers, so this is to protect us from any incendiary devices at all.
The protest is underway. German Shepherds, like the ones guarding Downing Street, are trained at the squad's HQ at Keston, on the outskirts of South London.
Police for a dog! Drop the weapon or I'll send the dogs!
The entry requirements to join the unit are strict. Only the very best will do.
Go back.
PC John Tozer is here with a potential new recruit, Herbie, 12-month-old German Shepherd puppy. Herbie could soon be PC Tozer's new police dog. Charlie, PC Tozer's regular partner, is 7 years old. In 3 months' time, he turns 8. That's 56 in doggy years, the age he will be retired from the police. If PC Tozer is to continue as a dog handler, he needs another dog, Herbie. They've been together for 10 months.
Yeah, come on!
This is an assessment to decide whether Herbie has what it takes to be trained as a police dog.
Herbie, up! Good boy! Oh, clever lad! This is just the basic introduction to what we call the obedience exercises, where the dogs have got to walk with a handler on and off the lead. Obviously, these two handlers have been practicing lots and lots. And Herbie, you might find, will be a bit different when he does it.
Some things are harder to learn than others. But a good dog handler has patience as a virtue.
You've got to spend time with the puppy, and you build that bond up in the early stages. That is probably the most important thing to do. Down now! He's a little bit boisterous at the minute. He wants to get on with the biting work, I think. He likes the biting work rather than the obedience work.
At the very heart of British government, they're hoping the dogs won't have to bite anyone.
It's important that we stay switched on throughout the day and are ready to deal with whatever is thrown at us.
As expected, shoes and other things have been thrown.
Some of the officers out the front of Downing Street I know felt quite vulnerable. There were a few people who were throwing shoes as hard as they could, and I'm sure would have liked to hit officers.
They are an issue for us at the moment. They're throwing things. We've had a firework thrown, we've had eggs thrown. We would like them to carry on and stop throwing things at us.
Crowd control isn't part of Herbie's assessment, but dealing with bad guys is. Learning obedience is one thing. Having natural aggression when facing a villain with a club or a whip is what this dog squad looks for. If you haven't got it, you fail.
Yeah, this is one of the bite work exercises. The dogs are going to have to be trained to bring down fleeing criminals who decide not to sort of comply with our instructions and try to run away. And this is basically the exercise. There's some nasty people out there.
This time, the nasty person is a professional dog trainer.
It looks horrific, but if you notice that the whip is actually hitting the lead and not the dog, and then it's got to work on its timing to get the timing right when it actually hits the sleeve. Obviously, we're looking for a proper full mouth bite, and first time.
Next up, it's Herbie. He has immediate aggression, but as yet, no timing.
Yes. Oh, good lad.
The final result is just what the instructors were looking for, an A star.
Oh, he's a very, very confident puppy, probably more confident than any puppy I've taken home. He's extremely up for the job.
Ah! Hey! Good boy!
Don't want to tempt fate, but hopefully everything's going to slot into place and he's going to make a very good working dog. Good. Good.
In Downing Street, the demonstrators have had enough. For Sergeant Madden and his dog squad, the siege is over.
They've done what we wanted to do, moved on, great.
It's time for the German Shepherds to move on too. How the shoe throwers got home is anyone's guess. For the police, it's a bumpy ride back to the station.
That's it then, Charlie.
Charlie won't be part of them for much longer.
Come here. Oh, boy. Boy. What you got? What you got?
When he retires in a few months, John Tozer will undoubtedly shed a tear or two.
We're sad. Obviously, I've worked with him for nearly 8 years now.
Come on.
It's sad that that partnership is coming to an end. That said, he'll be retired to me, so he'll be a family pet, so I'm not losing him. Charlie will always be part and parcel of my life.